So Assetto Corsa Competizione has a wide roster of cars. We got the newest GT3 cars, we got some older ones as well, and I was wondering why I see very little people using things like the Jaguar, the Aston Martin V12, the Reiter REX in online racing. So the first thought that popped into my caveman gamer brain was that these cars must be utter garbage. These cars, they must be bad. But maybe there's some hidden gems covered in dirt that we just have to uncover. And maybe we'll find some treasure in there. So we had to do some research. The first car we're gonna take a look at is the roaring Jaguar. Let's take a look how it performs out on track, baby. Alright, so here we are at Imola with the Jaguar, and the first thing I can say about this car is that when you push down on the throttle, this car, it wants to jump out, it wants to be let off the leash, and if you push down on the throttle, you just let it fly. That comes, of course, with the dangerous territory of oversteer, which you really gotta be, if you know that it's coming, you can handle it. But it's something you really gotta get used to in this car. It can catch you off guard because I don't know if there's a car in ACC with more oversteer than this one. But with the engine in the front, I gotta say it's quite stable. It is able to take the curbs right to the face, which is nice. But then again, you gotta watch out. If you take like the sausage curb in that chicane and you stomp on the gas in first gear, you might be you might have a little bit of a struggle with the oversteer. But then again, it's nothing a good wrestling hand can't handle. It's not the fastest car in ACC, but it's a lot of fun. Oh gosh, that's close. Like that, you can just hop over the curb. Very, very, very cool. The Jaguar is really made, as the Top Gear guy said, for thieves and burglars and other bandits of the sort. This car feels a little bit dirty to drive. Not comparable at all to the new clean GT3 cars of today's races. This car is of course 10 years old, so it also feels like a different generation of GT3 car. Which is kind of fun to drive against these modern, more modern GT3 mobiles. So the Jaguar is a mean and powerful car, but in my incapable hands, it's not as good as I hoped it to be. But there are more cars that can maybe float my boat. So the next one we're going to take a look at is the somewhat older Aston Martin V12 from 2013. And that V12 engine, it does make a sound that will rustle your jimmies. Gosh darn it, let's take a look. Oh, I just love the engine sound, the torque of this Aston Martin. Oh, baby. Coming in a little hot. Gee dang it, this thing is lightning fast. They created a monster with this one. Oh. It's able to handle the curbs as well. No problemo, señorita. Alright, let's get into the groove of things. I like how this thing drives. This Aston Martin is giving me a will to live again. No, but seriously, I really dig how this Aston Martin is driving. It feels way more playful than the newer one. It feels lighter. It feels quicker on its feet. And I don't know if it's still legal in the current day of GT3, or if you choose this one in an online race, that you're actually committing a crime. But it kind of feels like it. It kind of feels dangerous. It feels like you're just having a lot of fun while the other guys are just driving a car. Look at this. It's just going through the corners like a dolphin swimming in the water. That's a really good analogy. Thank you. Thank you. For a car that I've driven probably less than half an hour in total, it feels... I feel connected to it. I feel like I understand the car immediately. I like it a lot. This started as an experiment to see which of the older cars is still a valid choice in online racing, but I feel like I found my new dream mobile. The dream machine, baby. Let's see what the top speed is on the next straight. Somewhere in the 260s, I think. Let's see how far we can get. How hard can we push it? Well, the GTR in front is just pulling us closer because he's plowing through the air like a good old thick boy. Look at this. 266. That's not bad at all. I like it. That's faster than the Jaguar, I think. Oh, that's a little bit a dangerous overtaking attempt. That's just how criminal this car feels. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Ooh, smooth. The Bond mobile, baby. A little known fact is if you turn the traction control off in this car, it can actually shoot rockets from the headlights. All right, so the Aston Martin, the older one, I like it a lot. Heck yeah. So the Aston Martin V12, I was kind of blown away by it. I didn't know I would like it so much. So yeah, I might try out the Aston Martin somewhat more and see how it fares online. Maybe it keeps up with the bad boys. Maybe it's only useful against AI. But anyway, I liked it a gosh darn lot. So the last car we're gonna take a look at is the Reiter Engineering REX. So the Reiter, the REX, which is Latin for king actually. But is this car the king of cars? So in the Reiter you really have to use your brake pedal to steer this car. It is hard to get it through corners. But because it's so small and it's got a... I think it's got a pretty big engine by the sound of it. It's got a good sounding engine, that's for sure. It is quick off the line, but you really have to... Look at this. That's a lot of understeer. And you really have to wrestle that brake pedal to get it going through the corners. But if that's your style, if you like that kind of sort of thing, wrestling the car through corners, you can have a very good result with this one. Because it's quick. It's light, it's small, and it's quick. Look at that. 270. Oh. If I could control the car better, we would have gone a lot faster, but it's quick on the straights, that's for sure. I think it's even faster than the Aston Martin, it's crazy. But it's so much harder to get around those corners, and if you got a good eye, you see that this track has some corners to it. All the fun I had in the Aston Martin, it just feels gone in this car. It feels like a struggle uphill constantly to even match the pace of these AI, which are set to 95 because let's be reasonable. I'm fairly new in all these cars, so it would be crazy if I could match the pace of 100 plus AI. So the Reiter REX, it's not really a car that I adore, that I like to drive. I feel it needs more struggle than most cars to get around the circuit adequately, and even then, I'm not driving it very well. With all the struggle that I'm putting in, I'm not really getting the results you hope for. Maybe it's just that this car is not in the right hands with me. In some capable hands, I think this little machine can perform quite well. It's like the WWE, you gotta wrestle it all night, baby. So yeah, that's my take on the Reiter. It can keep up, but at a cost. So the Reiter Engineering REX, I'm unable to drive it to any good extent. I'm not the best driver, and if I can keep up as well in a modern GT3 car as in a somewhat older one, they might not be half bad. So what do you think about the Jaguar, the Aston Martin V12 and the Reiter Engineering REX? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and thanks to my channel members, Arthur Cabral, Alex Fleming, JP Kelly, you guys are amazing, and the rest of these channel members as well, of course. I really, really appreciate it. So, I hope to see each and every one of you beautiful baby boys and girls in the next video. I love you guys. Mwah.